Good afternoon, everybody. It's your pal Martin the Metalhead here. Hope you're all going well. Now, it is a sad day here in the United Kingdom and all over the Commonwealth as of the passing of Prince Phillip. You see, I just gotten up at 11:30 this morning, made my breakfast, and then I called my family back in Australia, and my brother was like saying, "Oh, come on, Prince Phillip has died," because they just had the Governor-General of Australia make a speech. So I'm watching TV on mute, and it's no longer the morning show. It is basically a presenter wearing black telling us all that Prince Phillip has passed away, sadly, at the age of 99 at Windsor. Now, for me, I've been a British citizen for only 10 years. I've been living in the United Kingdom for 6 years. And it's always iconic for me as a foreign-born person to be in the United Kingdom when such events like this happen. I mean, I was here in the United Kingdom when William's son Louis was born, when Harry's son Archie was born, when Captain Tom Moore did his laps around his estate, when Captain Tom Moore passed away, when 4 terrorist attacks happened in London in 2017, when when I've met the various famous people like Joan Collins and Lee Aaron and Stockard Channing. But, it's another day for me in the United Kingdom, and it's quite iconic for me today to be in London on the day Prince Philip passes away. But I might as well take a trip to where Buckingham Palace is to see what the fanfare is all about. I'm certain that there are probably not going to be crowds of people walking past Buckingham Palace leaving flowers because of the current pandemic. There was a sign put up outside the gate of Buckingham Palace to say that the prince had passed away, but they're going to take it down soon. But I need to change myself into my somber black attire after the shower. So just give myself a decent shave. I washed my mask today because I ran out of disposable ones, and got my usual attire on. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's go see what Buckingham Palace is like after 3 o'clock today. Okay, it's after 3 o'clock. I'm waiting for the train to come and take me to Green Park. I'm just luckily I'm closer on the Jubilee line to Green Park. Only a few more stops to Green Park. Now, if you're ever in London and you want to get out to Buckingham Palace, the nearest tube station is Green Park. It's a short walk through the gardens to get to Buckingham Palace, and you'll be there in no time. That's one thing. Every year I always make sure I take a stop in Green Park, even when I'm living in London. I always have to go past Buckingham Palace. I mean, I went past Buckingham Palace, when Prince Louis was born, and then when Prince Archie was born, just to see the birth notice, and then today, since Prince Philip has passed away, there is no death notice, because it's been taken down last hour or so, but there's just, a commotion about the passing of the Duke of Edinburgh. So, I'm certain that there'll be a lot of people coming by to, leave flowers, but because of the current, pandemic and all, we have to, abide by social distancing and not spend too much time waiting in line and move along. Well, here I am, Green Park. Just a stone's throw away from Buckingham Palace that way. Station right behind me right there. Such a quite familiar place to be. You can hire a deck chair for £2 for an hour, or all day for £9.50. But that's not really money well spent. You could buy maybe 2 burgers from McDonald's for £2 that price. So even though we're 13 months into a pandemic, there are still a lot of tourists out and about here in London today. I mean, not all hotels have opened, so people have had to stay in private accommodations. The United Kingdom never closed its borders, unlike Denmark and Norway. But, if people want to come to the United Kingdom and are willing to, spend 10 days at home or spend £1,600 on hotel quarantine, then they may think it is worth it, but other people from the other side of the world may think it's not. It's like, why have I not travelled back to Australia at this time? Because of hotel quarantine. And if I was lucky enough to travel right now, it would be for work. Yes, this is Buckingham Palace right now. People are still coming and going. The Queen is not home at the moment. She is in Windsor, where some of the other royals are staying right now. And because, the monarch lives in Buckingham Palace, but not always there, they always lower the flag to half-mast when an important member of the royal family has died, and when a royal family member has been born, they put a sign outside. Let's see what else is out and about. Well, here I am outside of Buckingham Palace on the day Prince Philip has passed away, aged 99, in Windsor. I feel such emotional being here today in London on the day he passed away, because if I was in Australia right now, this would be just another ordinary day. But because I choose to live in the United Kingdom, it's a very sad day today. And so the flag is at half-staff. It is not the royal flag flying, but the flag of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It is at half-staff to commemorate the passing of Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. And what a large amount of crowd is gathering at this present moment. All these people over there, all around the Queen Victoria Memorial over there, yeah. So despite the pandemic, people are still out and about today. They're coming here to commemorate Prince Philip, who passed away today, aged 99. And what a long life he lived, being born in Greece, without having any Greek blood, because his Danish relatives descended to Greece to form the royal family. His father was kicked out of Greece after World War I, and his mother ended up in an insane asylum for many years until she became a Russian Orthodox nun. His mother is actually buried in Jerusalem inside a Russian Orthodox church. So even though he was never, Prince Consort of the Queen, he did a long-serving duty, like serving in the Royal Navy, and forming the Duke of Edinburgh Awards. See, patriotism, there it is. People are coming by, they're leaving their flowers right here. And the large amount of flowers are building up by the hour. And we have more people coming by to lay their flowers in remembrance of Prince Philip. And as I've noticed on TV, the media have been all parched outside the palace, just around here, just past the memorial over there. And they've been cutting to this section every 25 minutes to hear what the palace is saying. And it's a clouding over day, you know. There we are. Yeah. Yes. The clouds are blocking out the sun. I have a feeling it's going to rain on us. If it rains, people will still be coming with their umbrellas. No wonder why I bought mine today. Well, you see, look at all the foreign media that have been parked outside the palace. I mean, look, there's NBC from America over there. I'm pretty certain there's going to be some Australians, New Zealand media, or at least Canadian or from the Commonwealth. And I've heard a lot of like French media and German media around the place. So it's really just building up, you know, as the world's eyes are pointing on Buckingham Palace. Alright, so I'm just leaving behind Buckingham Palace behind my left shoulder and it's gonna go walk up towards the mall. See, people all taking their photographs of the palace as usual. You know, I first came to Buckingham Palace, it was like June 2011, and I pretty much came here every year except for 2014 when I wasn't in the United Kingdom, and like I moved here July 2015, even though I had to spend a bit of time in Australia in those few years. But then I moved to London in June 2017. So I always make it a habit to walk past Buckingham Palace a few times a year. No matter how often I don't like going into central like London. I mean, I work in East London for like the last couple of years, and I've lived like northwest London and we call it East London, yeah, but never lived in central London myself, you know. Excuse me. See the pile up there? That's just South Africa. Pile over there is West Africa. That's the Australia Gate over there, and then over there that's Canada Gate, Newfoundland. So it's kind of like big tribute to all the dominions and colonies of the British Empire. That's Queen Elizabeth and all the previous British monarchs had reigned over prior to their independence in the 50s and 60s. How about that? Just the way to end the vlog, you know. All the advertisements have been turned off. Just wave this sign. Prince Phillip has passed away. Rest in peace to the Duke of Edinburgh. This is Martin Metalhead over and out.